We only got 8 minutes till we start.
Westview High School. Westview High School on the map officially in Class 2A.
And the Westview Warriors go to 25-3 on the year. Troy Neely wins his second state championship.
Hostetler. Oh, tough move by Scott Hostetler. Bounce pass to Rensberger. And he puts it in off the glass. Now he'll pump it up from the left side and hit. We'll get the scrap. That's trouble when you find Yoder that wide open.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Westview High School. In tonight's varsity matchup, the Northridge Raiders and the Westview Warriors. The Warriors come in with a 1-0 record after defeating Bethany on Tuesday night by a score of 77-25, and Northridge is making their first appearance on the hardwood of the 2020-21 season as they'll open up right here tonight. A lot of familiar faces down there for Coach Scott Radiker and his Northridge Raiders. And as I mentioned, the Warriors got off to a very good start the other night. They have a lot of veterans on their team, too. We're looking for a great matchup here tonight at Westview High School. Jerry Hostel along with Jamie Miller and Dan Byler. Good to have you aboard tonight. Tonight's game is brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Weaver Furniture Sales. Now with 2 locations in Shipshewana. South of US 20 on County Road 75 North, and in the Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our silver sponsors are Height Auto Body, US 20 West in LaGrange, Eden Worship Center, Topeka Do It Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Also by Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka, your local source for powder coating. Also, Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. Dale is the right man for the job. And LaGwana, serving our customers with creative solutions. Our bronze sponsors this year are Topeka Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy. Also, Lehman Insurance and Financial Group in Topeka. Our passion is protecting yours. By Jerry's Standard Service in Middlebury for your automotive repair and tire service needs. Also, Topeka Clinic on Lehman Drive in Topeka. Dutch Blessing Floral in Shipshewana, featuring floral arrangements and gift baskets for all occasions. Also, Mold Mob, located just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Or call them at 260-214-1250. And Precision Financial Group with local advisors Andrew Landgraf, Adam Christer, and Ryan Yoder. Jamie and I will be back to talk more about the upcoming game tonight between the Northridge Raiders and the Westview Warriors right after this 1-minute timeout. Oh, okay.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Our world seems so different right now. There are so many things we thought we could depend on. Our work, our family, our health, even Westview basketball. But when our days seem uncertain, it should remind us to put our trust in a God who is certain, who knows you, who loves you, who sent his son to save you. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but shall have eternal life." Oh, friend, put your trust in Jesus today.
We're back at Westview High School. Jerry Hussettler with Jamie Miller. And Jamie, a big ball game coming up tonight for the Warriors. This will be their true test so far this year against a tough and experienced Northridge team.
Absolutely. It's always exciting to play Northridge. You know, they're not far away. It's normally a packed house, whichever gym we're playing in. But whether there's fans or not, it's a very competitive game. At least you hope it is. But you're right. Northridge has 7 seniors. I mean, we do too, so we're experienced as well. But they are renowned for their three-point shooting. I don't know that anybody keeps specific records, maybe county-wide and everything, or area-wide, but last year they shot 43% as a team from three-point range. I think Westview last year was probably around 35 or 36 would be my guess. I don't know the exact stats on that. But anytime you can shoot individually 40% from three, that's considered pretty good, especially at the high school level. And then if a team has 43%, that's you're not going to do much better than that.
Unbelievable.
So
yeah,
and the reason is they have 4 or 5 guys that really can just shoot it out there, and they work really hard at it. Sam Smith, he was the leading area three-point shooter last year, I believe. He shot 44%, and then well, I take that back. He was second. Carter Stolzfus, senior guard number 12, shot 45%. So he had a 45 and a 44 among the guys that shoot it the most, and that's why you get the percentages that you're getting. So that's going to be it goes without saying, the key tonight is we need to defend the three-point shot.
Oh, definitely. And the irony of that whole thing is last year they were beaten by their own weapon at the buzzers.
That's right. For those of you that forget, it's Ben Burkett hit a three-pointer at the buzzer. We had led them almost the whole game, and then they came back in the fourth quarter and took the lead, and then we hit that thing at the buzzer and made another memory in our history. So
we sure did.
I'm sure Northridge hasn't forgotten that. You know, when they have 7 seniors, you're like, rats, I wish they would all graduated. Maybe they would have forgotten. But should be really a contrast in styles a little bit. Northridge really likes to penetrate it hard, and they drive and kick, and that's why they get open three-point shooters. So that's what we have to watch out for tonight.
All right, we're going to pause now for our national anthem being sung by senior Nicole Miller. Great job there by Nicole Miller, a senior here at Westview, on the national anthem. And we'll take a look at the starting lineups now. We'll introduce them as they come out. First of all, for the Northridge Raiders, they're coached by Scott Rodecker, a third year at the helm of the Raiders, 40-14. They'll start at one guard with Trevor Brown, a 6-foot even senior. The other guard, Carter Stoltzfus, 6-foot senior, who Jamie alluded to earlier, likes to shoot those threes. Clay Stoltzfus, a 5'9" senior, number 14. And another sharpshooter from outside, 6'1" senior Sam Smith. And the big guy is Blake Jacobs, the 6'4" junior, wears number 50.
And now for your home team, the Westview Warriors.
And now for the Warriors. Ben Burkett will start at one guard, a 5'8" senior for Ed Bentley's Westview Warriors. Mason Yoder, 6'2" junior, along with Lyndon Miller, a 5'11" senior, wears number 23. Drew Litweiler, number 25, a 6'4" senior. And rounding out the Westview lineup is number 31, 5'11" senior Luke Miller.
Little change in the starting lineup tonight. I'm interested to see why that is. Maybe it's just to stay with their guards a little bit better. One thing that made Northridge hard to guard last year is you could throw it into 6'7" Alex Stauffer, and you had to sag down on him.
Yeah, that's true.
And still recover out to their shooters. So they do have a big guy starting, 6'4". He's pretty well built. We'll see if he has the same kind of game as Stauffer did. But if you don't have to sag down, if you can play him one-on-one, it helps on guarding their perimeter shooters. So Northridge likes to set a lot of ball screens. So they come up and screen you as you're guarding the ball, and then that guy tries to go around, and it creates a mismatch. So we've worked hard on that this week on defending that. We'll see if we can actually pull it off in the game.
Okay, and I have a correction on the starting lineup. Lyndon Miller is not starting tonight. Ben Burkett is starting. And I missed Brady Yoder. He's in the starting lineup as well, number 33.
Yep, same as last time, except Ben
right?
for Lyndon.
Right. And Ben grabs it on the tip that's controlled by Westview to begin this ball game. Burkett goes left side to Brady Yoder, not a basin down on the baseline. He'll back it out. Back out front it'll come. They'll swing it around the right side to Burkett.
One thing that Ben brings is a little more of a true point guard out there than having Lyndon in there instead.
Luke Miller, he'll get it to Mason between the circles. Now right side on high on the wing is Drew Litweiler. Brady fakes the three, gets it to Burkett, top of the circle. He'll take it left side on the dribble. Mason had the opening. He'll try to drive the lane, gets cut off, gets it to Luke Miller. Now Drew drives a baseline. He'll feed it to Luke on the baseline left side, and he misses the 15-footer, and it's snared out of there by Carter Stoltzfus.
Yeah, good defense that time by Northridge. We got a good shot out of it, though. Good patience. Took almost a minute to get it, but we've hit that's a great shot to get. So
it's in contrast to the Bethany game. I think we scored pretty much right away. Oh, good steal by Brady Yoder on anticipation off that backdoor attempt by Northridge. He drives, puts it up on the floater, misses. Sam Smith comes out with it.
Yeah, he got caught in between there. He wanted to pass it, but
Smith with at least a college three-pointer, and he hits it.
Well, and that's the thing you have to adjust to. You don't expect them to shoot them so deep, and you're playing your normal foot on the three-point line defense. Well, that's not good enough in this game, and so you got to keep going out further and further, and then, yeah, that wasn't a very good shot there.
Little off balance, didn't get squared up.
He's claiming he got hit on the arm on that, but I don't know. I didn't see it.
Stoltzfus, and that's Carter Stoltzfus. It's to Clay Stoltzfus. He'll lob it inside to Jacobs. Jacobs puts the move on Luke Miller, bangs it in off the glass.
Yeah, that's where they have an advantage size-wise down there, and that was a nice move by Jacobs to get that in there.
Northridge builds a 5-0 lead. About a minute and a half into, or 2 minutes and a half into the ball game. Inside pass, Drew Litweiler on the feed. Inside, he puts it up and off the glass and good.
Yeah, good cut that time, good patience. We're moving the ball really well. Northridge is just experienced and good. They're not going to give you something easy.
Pass inside. Oh, Mason Yoder got way up in the air and blocked that one away from the big guy, Blake Jacobs. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay in the hands of the Raiders.
I used to jump just like that, right off the trampoline.
I can imagine, off the trampoline. Yeah, me too. Stoltzfus goes left side with it to Trevor Brown. He'll lob it into Jacobs. He puts it up, misses a shot, but he's fouled from behind by Luke Miller.
Well, Northridge is being disciplined, and they're going to their matchup advantage at the moment and throwing it inside. And we need to adjust and defend that a little bit better. But sometimes the coach will give up a few twos rather than have them shooting threes. So
Jacobs can't
see where it goes.
The first. Yep. Brandon Miller coming in for Northridge. First substitution of the night for either team. Trevor Brown
senior
comes to the bench. Yep, they're full of seniors.
So 5 out of the top 6 have been seniors, and then we get a.
Jacobs hits his second free throw. 6-2 now. Northridge with a 4-point lead. Mason Yoder drives it toward the basket, puts it up on the floater, misses. Loose on the floor and grabbed out of there by Sam Smith. Feed inside to Jacobs. They'll go left side to Clay Stoltzfus. Now outside to Carter, and his three-point attempt is short, but knocked away, and Smith off the baseline swishes one from about 10 feet out.
Yeah, we got to be stronger. We had the rebound that time. We got to secure that thing, and Northridge is just chomping at the bit to get extra possessions, and they got one that time. So 30-second timeout, or 20, or I don't know what they are these days. Say 20 or 30.
I think it's
this year
30.
they're probably 25, knowing what's going on this year, but.
We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, the other end we had a little bit of an aggressive move. A move by Mason is a little bit out of control, I thought, and it's a tough one to convert. So a move by Mason is a little bit out of control, I thought, and it's a tough one to convert. So, you know, it's real easy. You come out and play Bethany, and points just come in waves, and they're all layups, and you know you haven't had to work for a shot this year yet. Well, we did our scrimmage. We had a little bit of that, but that's still not the same. And so we got to adjust. We got to play tougher, stronger. Right now they're being a little bit quicker and a little bit tougher around the ball, and we got to change that.
Coach Bentley wanted to talk things over, and he got his words in, and we're resuming action now. Mason Yoder to Brady. Brady Yoder gets it out to Ben Burkett. Ben passes to a cutting Luke Miller. And it's going to be a turnover on Westview as it goes out of bounds.
One thing that we, we have a fairly short rotation tonight, and size-wise, we're missing Caleb Corey, who he would match up nicely out there with Jacobs, and so that hurts not having him available to do that.
Stoltzfus, and that's Carter Stoltzfus, hits it just inside the paint. Gives Northridge their biggest lead of 8, 10-2. Lyndon Miller will check in for Westview at the next stoppage of play. Drew Litweiler on the baseline. He'll put up the jump hook, and it's going to be short. Carter Stoltzfus grabs the rebound and brings it up for Northridge. He backs up, takes a three. It's off the mark, and the rebound's pulled down by Drew Litweiler. We get it to Brady Yoder. Now Luke off the baseline. His shot's good. Luke's first 2 of the night. Clay Stoltzfus in control. Gets it to Carter Stoltzfus. Are they twins?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
Yeah. They kind of look alike. One's a little taller than the other. They're both about the same kind of shooters. As Carter Stoltzfus hits his first 3 of the night. 13-4 now. Northridge has built a 9-point lead. Shot by Brady is good for a 3-pointer.
Well, this is a game where, you know, we can play a really good defense, and Northridge could still score 65, 70 points. So we're going to have to keep scoring to be in this thing.
Well, they're certainly bombing from 3-point land as anticipated. Stoltzfus between the circles, feeds it inside. Looked like Jacobs traveled, no call. And he puts up the jumper, no good. And
had a huge size advantage, but
The bounce came our way. Lyndon Miller coming in. Ben Burkett comes out.
Yeah, so 13-7. We'll see if we're going a little bigger here with bringing Lyndon in. We'll see how that affects things.
Number 40, Jesse Ryman comes in for Northridge, a 6'4" senior. As Smith will get a rest. Carter Stoltzfus goes to Clay Stoltzfus. He'll give it into Jacobs, and then the cross-court pass goes to Brandon Miller. Short off the rim, off the three-pointer by Northridge, and Drew Litweiler brings it back up for the Warriors. Out front to Mason. That's Brady. Both teams in a man defense to begin this ball game. Brady with another three, and he's got the hot hand right now.
I thought he might have a good night tonight. His shooting was a little off the other night against Bethany. And if you're going to pick a night to have an off shooting night, that would be it. So,
yeah.
Fortunately, he's dialed in right now because we need it.
Knocked that lead down to just 3 points now after being down 9, and that shot's missed, and Westview has the rebound on that one. Mason Yoder on the right wing. It's to Luke Miller, now to Litweiler. In the corner to Lyndon, turnaround jumper by Mason is good.
Well, I like
I
like our patience. You know, it's easy sometimes to get into three-point shooting contest with the team.
That's right.
But we're taking our time and getting good shots.
Ryman gets it out to Clay Stoltzfus. Now Carter's shot is good. He's the one that had the highest shooting percentage from three-point land last year, or was it his brother? I know one of the Stoltzfuses did, or I thought so anyway.
Yeah, Carter was 45%.
Wow, that's just unbelievable.
Well, we guard him, and then he just steps back. It's another step, and
yeah, he does the fadeaway. Ball kicked out of bounds by Northridge. It'll stay in the hands of Westview. 36.7 seconds to go in the first quarter as Sam Smith comes back in, and their big guy comes out. Blake Jacobs also back into the lineup as Trevor Brown, and coming out is Clay Stoltzfus. Brady Yoder to Drew Litweiler out front, and come to Mason Yoder.
Probably be a good idea here to go for one shot.
It looks like that's what we're setting up here. Brady Yoder has it knocked away and stolen. Grabbing it is Carter Stoltzfus. He brings it down and lays it up and in.
There you can see when we don't have Ben in the game, it hurts our ball handling just a little bit.
8 seconds. Mason Yoder with the ball. He'll drive it, pull up for the 15-footer, and got it to go. And a long desperation shot at the buzzer is off the mark, no good. And we come to an end of the first quarter of play here at Westview, with Northridge leading Westview by a score of 18-14. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this 1-minute timeout.
Mouth-watering home-cooked meals, nightly specials, large buffet, breakfast buffet on Saturday, chicken, shrimp, and beef brisket on Saturday night, and Tuesday's lunch chicken buffet. These are what you'll find at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Top off your meal with a slice of their delicious homemade pie. That's Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. For carry-out orders, call 260-593-2988.
One time. And we're back at Westview getting ready for the second quarter, 18-14. And Jamie was mentioning while we were off the air that I think Westview's fortunate that we're only down 4 at this point. It's a little bit of a struggle to start this ball game, and I think you hit the nail right on the head, Jamie, when you said that, you know, it's a little bit of an adjustment the guys have to make coming out of that Bethany game.
Yeah, it always is, or at least in recent years it has been. The Bethany, program struggled a little bit, and you don't have the same level of athlete and player, and so you win by 50 points, and Everybody's happy.
Yeah, 1A school to a 4A school.
Exactly.
Sam Smith with the ball.
You can see Sam's ready to pull up from 25 feet if he needs to.
Shoot from there if he, NBA range probably.
Yeah, right there. We let him give it. Yep. We let him get an inch, and he took it.
You could tell he was feeling it. He wanted the shot, but he wanted to pick his favorite spot. Mason Yoder with it. He'll go to Brady Yoder. 21-14 Northridge. Litweiler drives it to the baseline, looking inside. And Luke covered up in there. He gets it to Mason out front. He'll drive the lane, put it up from the free throw line, and he gets the roll.
Now, he has really improved that part of his game this year. That pull-up 15-footer is kind of a rare thing these days.
I've seen a couple of them already tonight. Smith drives, puts it up and in. He has 10 already for Northridge. Cross court from Litweiler to Mason Yoder. He'll bring it out front to Brady Yoder. Brady gets it to Linden, now left side of Mason. Linden now to Mason. He'll pop it this time a little bit further out. Misses. And the rebound's pulled out of there. Who is that? Is that Carter Bach that's in the ball game now? He misses on the air ball off the right side. Westview brings it back up. Down low to Luke Miller. He'll bring it out to Mason. They'll swing it around to Drew Litweiler. Cutting across the lane, putting it up off the glass. No good. Putback's no good by Luke. Smith hustles to try to chase it down, but he's the last one to touch it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, you got Luke and Linden in there fighting for the ball. I'll take those odds most days.
Yep, that's right. They're big and strong. Bounce pass from Linden Miller into Brady Yoder. Out to Luke Miller. He'll go off to Mason. Westview, good patience. Luke to Linden. Fakes the shot. In the corner to Drew, cross-courts it. Linden stepped back for a three, but then gave off inside to Mason. Turnaround jumper from there. He doesn't get the roll this time, and we have a whistle and a foul. Then we called on Westview going up over the back. Was that Luke that picked it up or Linden inside?
Looks like they gave it to Linden. The one thing I'm seeing out there is Northridge is running their offense much more crisply and quickly. We're not moving real fast on offense, and we're not getting open, and that's why we're holding the ball for a minute and can't get a shot out of it.
Yeah, we don't seem to be in sync so far on offense, that's for sure. In the corner right side, Stoltzfus, and that's Clay Stoltzfus, his first three of the night.
Well, you can tell they've played a lot of basketball together. They know where everybody is, and you make one mistake defensively and you're going to end up 3 points further behind.
Well, they remind me of some of our past teams, some of the teams that we've had where we're just like a smooth running engine.
Right.
Good job by Mason to get on the reverse layup this time. 26-18 now. Northridge with the 8-point lead. 4:28 to go in the first half. Smith drives it to the baseline. Fall away jumper short. And grabbed by Luke Miller. Up court, the pass deflected into the hands of Sam Smith. Pass ahead to Jacobs. He'll put it in off the glass and good. 10-point lead now for Northridge, 28-18 as we near the 4-minute mark to go in the first half. Brady Yoder, interior pass to Mason Yoder, and he's fouled on the baseline. Now, Dan just reminded us that's their first foul, and we're almost, we're over halfway through the first half.
12 minutes in.
Yeah.
Well, we've only had 2 fouls.
That's true. Not a lot of whistles going on down there.
Well, this is a game we need to see Drew Litweiler step up. You know, he's probably our most experienced player coming back, and he's got the size, he's got the length. He's got to figure out a way to get some points.
You know, he certainly did against Bethany. He scored 21, was our leading scorer, but he was very aggressive in driving, and he's trying to tonight, but there's a nice turnaround jump hook, no good. But we have another foul down on the baseline.
Well, we've just doubled our foul total.
That's right. Within, what, 30 seconds? Hardly that.
Yeah.
Smith picks up a foul.
Yeah, it's a pretty good move down there. Drew's really effective in the post when he gets down there. It's just he's
a foul.
Yeah, it's a pretty good move down there. Drew's really effective in the post when he gets down there. It's just he's having to shoot a little quicker and has a little more resistance tonight.
Ben Burkett gets the pass into Lyndon Miller. Burkett in the corner. Litweiler pop a three. It's off the rim and no good. Good hustle by Linden to get that offensive board, and then Drew Litweiler finds a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, there's Linden again with a key play to keep it. I mean, that's just
Stoltzfus this time, and that's Carter Stoltzfus misses the three. Good hustle by Northridge, and then a bad pass. Oh, saved in bounds by Smith between his legs. That was unbelievable. Three-pointer is good. Wow.
Well, good effort on both teams that time. It just they got the last bounce they needed. And
yep, the bounce went their way right at the end there, but a good hustle by Smith to save it from going out of bounds.
Yeah, I think they have, you know, probably at this point, the best thing we can hope for is the Northridge, their shoulders will get tired and they'll start missing.
That's right. They'll wear their shoulders out before the game's over. Now, that should be an offensive foul. It is. So Westview inbounded underneath the Northridge basket. That was on 50, Blake Jacobs.
Well, Northridge last year went 21-5, undefeated in the Northern Lakes Conference, won their sectional, and then nothing to show for it.
Yeah, that was a shame.
Yeah, and so I'm sure they're hungry, and they're showing it out there. They're really looking good.
Mason with a three, hits off the back of the rim, no good. And a rebound is pulled down by Carter Stoltzfus. 2:15 to go in the half. Northridge by 11, 31-20. Clay Stoltzfus drives, gives it off to Carter for a three, and no good. Lyndon Miller grabs it off the window. Drew drives to the lane, puts it up, got it to go, and he's fouled.
Well, these last 2 minutes of the half, I think, are really important. That was a big basket there. Got it to 9. If you can make this and make it 8, and we can get a couple more baskets, that would be very helpful. You don't want to go into a half double digits down, especially against this team.
Trevor Brown back in. Noah Zumba into the ball game now for Northridge. Zmuda. Z-M-U-D-A. Zmuda. And Drew hits on the three-point play.
See, Zumba, that's where you try to get in shape, right?
Yeah,
dance around.
Right. I knew that sounded familiar. Zmuda. Did he have a brother that played on the JV? Okay. Thought I heard that name. Ball off of Stoltzfus' foot. It should have been a kick, I thought. Chase down. And we have a timeout called as Mason Yoder jumped on it. On the fumble, and Westview called a quick timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take one here. 1:39 to go in the half. We'll be back right after this 1-minute timeout.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do It Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do It Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family owned and operated since 1989.
We're back at Westview, 1:39 to go in the half. 31-23 is our score. Northridge by 8 over Westview. Mason Yoder will inbound right in front of the Bethany coach. Scott Rodiker's had a good career, 257 wins.
Yeah, big save that time by Mason, and we need to get something out of this. Oh, my goodness.
Stolen pass, intercepted. Drive, shots up, no good, but a foul. And that will send Ryman to the free throw line, shooting 2. Jesse Ryman, a 6'4" senior.
I think we had called a set play that time, and to come out and one pass in, turn it over, just about makes a coach want to blow his stack.
Yeah, he's getting a little red down there. I think he's getting a little fired up.
Well, he's starting to walk.
Yeah, that I think that's a telltale sign right there.
Turnovers they just really kill you, and you just can't have them.
Ryman hits his first point of the night. Burkett comes out. Litweiler back in for Westview.
Dan, do you know how many turnovers that is tonight yet? 5? Okay.
Ryman hits them both.
So there, instead of cutting it to, 7, now it's back up to 10.
Yeah, minute 20 to go in the first half. Litweiler cross courts it to Mason Yoder, back to Brady.
Northridge looks like they've come out in a little bit of a zone.
Yeah, looks like a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, just probably for a possession or two to give us a different look. Sometimes they'll do that when you call a timeout and set up a special play. Then they come out and switch defenses, and then your timeout was for nothing.
Like it caught us off guard there. Inbound pass comes to Clay Stoltzfus. He'll walk it across the timeline as we near the 1 minute mark to go in the first half. Clay Stoltzfus goes left with it, now down the lane. Feeds his brother Carter out front. Right side it goes to Brandon Miller. Oh, fling it way over into the corner, and a fall away 3. Once again, Clay Stoltzfus, his second of the night, so the Twins have 2 3-pointers each, and the 7th for Northridge in this ball game. 13-point lead now for Northridge. And a steal. Shots up off the glass too hard. Clay Stoltzfus with a turnaround in the lane, and he misses, but he'll be fouled and go to the free throw line. That's Carter Stoltzfus.
Well, I talked about these last 2 minutes, and what we've come out and we've turned it over 3 straight times.
Yeah,
now the
lead's
about to be 15. And
third foul on Linden.
Seems like they shoot threes better than free throws.
Yeah, they do. That's funny. Coming out of the ball game is Brandon Miller, and coming back in is Blake Jacobs. Stoltzfus will get one more try from the charity stripe. 36-23 is our score. 22.6 seconds in the half. Second shot is good by Stoltzfus. Ben Burkett gets it to Drew Litweiler. 15 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, Northridge in a 2-1-2 zone.
Now we're down to 10.
Now we have no idea what we want to do here.
Now Burkett gets it to Litweiler. He'll have to force up a 3, and it's going to go over the glass and out of bounds. So that'll bring it in to the first half of play here at Westview, and plenty of stuff to talk about in that locker room for the Warriors as they try to climb back into this ball game in the second half. At the end of 16 minutes, it's Northridge 37 and Westview 23. Jamie and Dan will be back with scoring and stats right after this 2-minute timeout.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Mouth-watering home-cooked meals, nightly specials, large buffet, breakfast buffet on Saturday, chicken, shrimp, and beef brisket on Saturday night, and Tuesday's lunch chicken buffet. These are what you'll find at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Top off your meal with a slice of their delicious homemade pie. That's Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. For carry-out orders, call 260-593-2988.
Our way back within 4 at the end of the first quarter. Is 18-14 at the end of 1. But the second, sorry, that was the first quarter, not the first half. In the second quarter, then we had a little more trouble. Only scored 9 points. They scored 19. So right now we're looking at a 14-point deficit, 23-37. Raiders being led by senior Sam Smith, 13 points. The two Stoltzfuses, one has 11, one has 6, but they both have 2 3-pointers in there. It's just that Carter also has a regular bucket and a free throw, or 2 regular buckets and a free throw to go along with his to get up to 11. The other scoring for the Raiders is coming from Blake Jacobs, their 6'4" junior, starting center, 5 points for him, and then 2 points for Jesse Ryman, a senior also. So again, a lot of height and a lot of experience on that team. Westview being led right now by, Mason Yoder, has 8 points, all on 2-pointers, 4 in each quarter. 7 points for Drew Litweiler. He's hit a couple 2s, or 3 2s and a free throw. Brady Yoder's hit 2 3s. Actually, I show him as 100% from behind the arc. He missed a 2-pointer, but he's got 6 points. And then Luke Miller hit 1 of 4 from the field to round out the scoring for Westview. The rebounds are pretty similar, and actually I'm showing us with 2 more rebounds than them, but hasn't translated to points. Obviously, I show us with 6 turnovers, them with 4, and so probably one of the biggest numbers though is they've put up 12 3-point shots. They've made 7 of them. So 7 of 12, I'm not quite sure what that percentage is, but it's over 50%, and if you're shooting over 50% from 3-point range, that spells trouble for the other team. We're shooting 2 of 5, and from inside the arc, we're 8 of 18. They're 6 of 12, so they're shooting 50% inside the arc and over 50% from outside. So overall, we're 10 of 23, and they're 13 of 24. So it doesn't seem like that huge of a difference, but it's translating to 14 points there, isn't it, Jamie?
Yeah, what's our total? How many shots have we taken?
I show that we've taken 23 shots.
Okay, so just they have 1 more shot.
1 more shot, but they've made 3 more and 5 more 3-pointers overall out of those ones that they've made. So
yeah, I calculated that 7 of 12 is just over 58% from 3. So you know, when you're shooting that level from 3, it's easy to get down as a defense because you're working hard, you're spread, the floor is spread, you're sprinting, you're hustling, and then you hit a 25-footer.
Right, yeah.
And you get down. But
well, so really what it feels like they're doing is they're taking it to that next level. They're looking at college. They're looking at, they're starting to shoot from back there where they're going to have to shoot from next year. And yeah, and if you're playing not used to defending against that, you're thinking they're going to come up to the line. And I think either you or Jerry mentioned that they don't come up to the line. They just go ahead and fire it from 5 feet behind it.
It's not unusual to see a team that has a player that does that. It's unusual to see a team with 4 players that do that.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing tonight, and as advertised. And so, 37 points, given that much up in a half it's not terrible. I didn't think our defense was terrible. It's just the offensive end, we're not keeping up. We're not, we're shooting more twos, which is fine, but you got to make them. You got to get some extra possessions. You got to get some offensive rebounds. You got to get some stops on him. You got to get some extra possessions. You got to get some offensive rebounds. You got to get some stops on defense. Yeah, right now they're dictating whatever they want to do. They are moving the ball like a well-oiled machine. This is their first game. They didn't have a warm-up game.
Oh, they didn't even do the scrimmage.
Well, they probably did the scrimmage, but they didn't do a real game. This is their first one, at least to my knowledge. And so,
yeah, traditionally they opened up with Elkhart Central. Well, there is no longer an Elkhart Central.
Oh, so is this the first year that there isn't one now? I
believe so.
Yeah.
Or is it the second year?
It's just Elkhart. Yeah, it's the first year. So I think what may happen, though, is, when you play a team that's fast and quick, it takes a little adjustment period. Maybe we'll come out this second half. We'll have adjusted a little bit. I don't think, I shouldn't say this. I got some wood to knock on here. I don't think Northridge is going to shoot a whole lot better than that in the second half.
What was the percentage, Dan?
58%.
From three-point range.
Yeah. So if they do that in the second half, for the game they'll be 14 for 24, which would be an amazing performance. But I don't think it's that amazing for them because they have 3 or 4 guys that can do it.
That's true.
When we have one guy that hits 4 in a game, we're like, hey, we're a good 3-point shooting team. Well, they can do it everywhere, and that's what you can key on one guy. You can even key on 2 guys, but keying on 4 that can dribble, drive, pass, and shoot, it just makes them hard to guard. So that's why we got to up our game on the offensive end and just try to scrap and claw and get some stops on defense. That 153 mark where we dove on the floor, got the ball, called timeout. We were down 31-22 with the ball. And from that moment on, we got outscored 6-1. No, it's 31-23, my fault. 31-23, and then they outscored us 6-0 to end that. So that's a turning point. So that's going to be a big hold up, because what the nature of how these comebacks happen is we'll make a run, and we're gonna play better, but they're going to hit threes to try to keep it at bay, and we got to be mentally tough enough not to get down when that happens.
Well, I can't imagine them shooting more than 58 or even 58% in the second half. So,
well, interestingly, you said they shot 58% from three-point range. If you take their overall percentage, it's only 54%. So they only shot 50% inside the arc.
Free throws too, or
free throws? I guess
free throws.
They're 4 of 6 from the free throws.
2, I guess.
So that is one statistic we're leading on, the free throw shooting percentage. We're 100%, 1 for 1.
Maybe we should just foul them every time down the court.
Yeah.
There you go. We might be further ahead, no doubt.
Well, I know in college a lot of times a team that is renowned as a three-point shooting team, a coach will be happy to give up a layup over a barrage of threes. But, at this level, it's a little hard to game plan that. And, we don't have a big guy inside that can really stop their big guy. So we have to help out, and that just opens the floor up.
Well, it could be worse if they still had Stauffer in there, like they did last year.
Well, one thing without Stauffer in there, it kind of gives them a little more ability to drive because the middle's opened up, I think.
That's true. Yeah.
And so it's a little different type of offense, and we had a lot of game film from last year to watch, and I don't see a whole lot of what they ran last year. So it's more just drive it, make them stop you, quick kick it around, and the more they drive it, the little more out of position we get, and then eventually somebody gets open.
Yeah, well, kick it out to the wings, and I tell you, Stoltzfus, both Stoltzfuses and Sam Smith have just been shooting the eyes out of the bucket so far tonight. We'll see what transpires in the second half. Northridge breaks out of their huddle. Westview still talking things over with Coach Bentley. Westview trying to improve on their 1-0 record. Northridge is trying to get a win.
Do you remember Coach Bentley when he was Angola? Did he dress in a suit?
I don't believe he did. I thought he was much more casually dressed.
He was. He's looking sharp.
Well, he is.
It might be one of those things where pretty soon that coat comes off.
I wouldn't doubt it a bit. We'll see what happens as the season progresses here. Westview with the basketball to begin in the second half.
And Northridge in a zone again.
Well, it seemed to be pretty effective for them. And another turnover, it looked like. Well, yeah, it will be. A held ball as the ball escaped the grasp of Luke Miller in the lane. And so Northridge will bring it back their way.
I'm a little surprised they're doing that, but if we can't figure it out, I guess it makes sense.
Well, I think they saw where we were struggling with it, so they just thought, hey, why take away what's working?
Well, and I think they're quick enough individually to guard us on the perimeter pretty easily. And so I think they were doing really well man-to-man, so we'll see. I imagine if we pop a couple threes out of this, they'll switch back.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure we'll doubt if they'll run this 2-1-2 zone the whole game.
Well, what I noticed, though, is Brady hit those threes pretty close to each other, and they've really shut him down and got out on him.
I don't think, he hasn't gotten a look.
Yeah, we need to try to get him going. I think he's our best shooter.
Ben held up. He started to make the pass, and he saw that it was going to get covered up. But by then, he'd already committed. Sam Smith with the basketball on the turnover. He'll get it out front to Clay Stoltzfus. Backs it up, calls for a screen. Driving is Carter Stoltzfus. Now Sam Smith hits the top of the backboard, it looked like.
Yep.
Coming out with it, Brady Yoder will get it to Mason. Minute and a half gone here in the third quarter. 37-23 is our score. Northridge with the lead. Litweiler down the baseline. Good move. Puts it up. Scores, and he's fouled.
Yeah, good patience that time by Drew, and we'll take threes that way.
Smith picks up his second foul. No, yeah, it was Smith. Foul number 2. Litweiler at the free throw line. Trying to convert on his second three-point play. This one falls off the front of the rim, no good, and Sam Smith comes up with it for Northridge. He'll get the screen from Trevor Brown. Bounce passes it left side to Clay Stoltzfus. Now Carter hits it from the corner right side, his third three of the night.
Yeah, they're running that same play where they drive left. We have to run over to help. They kick it to the corner and hit three. First time they hit the top of the backboard, that time they went in.
There's Brady gets a look and he hits.
Yeah, nice little play that time. I think that was Luke that threw that back to him. Knew he was standing there and knew that we needed a basket.
That was a good quick pass. Is that 3 for 3 for Brady from out there?
Yeah, I believe so.
Great. That's the first look he's had since that second one he made in the first half. Carter Stoltzfus goes left side to Clay Stoltzfus. Clay picks up his dribble right back to his brother Carter. Clay and Carter playing catch. Now on the baseline, Smith goes up and puts it in.
Well, he's listed at what, 6 foot, 6'1"?
Yeah,
from
6'1".
down here, from up here, he looks longer than that.
Yeah, he does. He looks more like 6'3" or 4 at least.
He's got those long arms.
Yeah. Luke Miller to Lyndon Miller. Bounce pass out front between the circles to Mason Yoder.
Well, one thing this has done to our offense is slowed us down. You know, we were cutting and moving and grooving pretty good on offense at least. We weren't hitting them all, but we're kind of standing and watching. And here's where you really need that guard that can just split the zone, get in the gaps, and kick it out. And right now we're not doing that.
30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 4:53 to go in the third quarter. Northridge leads it 42-28. Our next game that we'll be streamcasting, I guess, will be Tuesday night right here at Westview, is the Northridge girls will come to Westview Gymnasium to take on Ryan Yoder and his Westview Lady Warriors. And that will be a JV and varsity basketball game. So we will cover both games. One might be with a stream. It just depends. We might have some announcers doing that as well. The varsity game definitely will be on Tuesday evening. Drew Litweiler with the basketball out front. Ball stolen away. With the ball is Carter Stoltzfus. He'll get it out front to Smith. Smith back to Stoltzfus. That was the two Stoltzfus brothers.
Yeah, we're really struggling with ball handling right now. We need somebody to take charge. They've altered their zone a little bit. They've extended it, and they're going to a kind of a trap. And right now we're struggling to even complete a pass.
16-point lead now for Northridge. Lyndon Miller, Brady, left side of Mason. Jumper off the baseline. He's been a Jedi from that area tonight so far. He has 10 points, leads his team in that department.
Yeah, we moved it a little bit better that time, and that's all it takes.
Clay Stoltzfus to Carter. Down low, it'll go to Jacobs. His shot is hard off the glass, no good. And Drew Litweiler battles it for the rebound. He'll take it coast to coast, puts it up off the glass, and got it to go.
Yeah, that's where he is at his best, is weaving through traffic and taking that 6'4" thin frame, and he can get through a small crack.
With the ball is Clay Stoltzfus. He drives the baseline, dishes it off to Carter. His shot's no good, and we have over the back. And another foul on Smith. That'll be number 4 on Smith, or 3. I keep trying to give him an extra foul.
it's worth a shot.
I tell you,
if we can have any influence up here.
Westview down by 12, trying to cut into that Northridge lead a little bit more with this possession.
I think Northridge has cooled off just a tad from 3.
Yeah, they have.
But we're not taking advantage of it. Let's see, what was the halftime disadvantage? Yeah, Dan says they're only 50% this half.
Wow. That's an 8% decrease from, wow. We're talking 3-point land.
Well, their defense is just, they're really hustling out there, and they're really smart at their angles, and it's taken away our normal passing lanes, and we're just kind of standing out there.
Well, it's definitely having an effect on the way we play offense. My goodness. It's almost stifling.
Well, last time we had 2 guys on the wing trying to figure something out. 2 guys, one on each block, just standing there, and that's not a.
Yeah, no,
they're not hard to guard.
Yeah, we look very insecure in our offense right now against that zone. Clay Stoltzfus goes right side to Carter Stoltzfus. Brady Yoder on him like glue. Jacobs now left side. That Ryman, he misses. And we have a foul. It's going to be called on Northridge.
Looks like a hold on Jacobs.
Yeah. Second on Jacobs.
To take one 6'4" guy out, put another one in.
And we don't have that. We don't have that ability to do that.
Well, we don't have that beefy, that real beefy guy down there. That's
like Rensberger.
Right.
Yeah. Lyndon Miller to Luke Miller. Lyndon. Bounce pass inside to Drew. Good job coming across the lane.
Yeah, Drew's playing real strong this half and getting some good baskets inside.
11 points now for Drew. Ball knocked out of bounds by Westview. It'll stay in the hands of Northridge. Back into the ball game, Trevor Brown for Northridge, and coming out will be Ryman.
One thing that whatever Northridge is doing, and I don't know exactly who they're keying on and whatnot, but there we fell asleep. Yeah, Luke and Lyndon combined have 2 points tonight.
Drew again, and he's fouled. Gets the basket to go, and he's fouled. That's the 3rd time tonight that's happened. 13 now for Litweiler. Chance to make it 14 with a successful free throw. I was trying to see too. Yeah, I think it was on Brown. Brown's free throw, or Brown picks up his first foul.
Yeah, we've missed 2 of those now. Dan was just saying we haven't missed a shot this quarter.
Except for the
except
free
for
throw
2
line.
free throws.
Yeah. Smith out front for Northridge. Bounce passes at right side to Carter Stoltzfus. Carter up top to Trevor Brown. Now right side to Smith. Tries to drive on Mason, and he bumps him, and Mason's going to pick up the foul.
I think Mason's done a pretty good job of guarding him. You know, he's hit some threes, but he's did a good job of staying in front of him and making him work for what he's getting.
Yeah, that was a bump, but a lot of times you see that as kind of incidental contact. Maybe not so much in high school. Shot off the glass off that inbound plays was way too easy.
Yeah, that's just a simple inbounds play that we just, the last 2 out of bounds, it looks like we're not quite ready for the ball to be inbounded.
18 now for Carter Stoltzfus. Mason Yoder, left side, will get it to Lyndon Miller. Lyndon outside of Brady, steps back for a 3. It's going to be short. Good rebound by Luke Miller. Good hustle. Mason now with a 3, and he hits.
That's a big shot. Good hustle play that time by, was it Lyndon?
Yeah,
that rebound.
To keep, well, Luke, I think, wasn't it? Or Lyndon, yeah, to keep the ball alive. 46-39, Westview has cut into that Northridge lead. They were up 16. Westview has it down to 7. Half a minute to go in the third quarter. Smith with it. Directs traffic on the left side. He'll take it right side, and we got a reach-in foul. It's going to be called on Luke Miller.
Well, I think we're definitely being more aggressive this half on defense. We're making them work for their shots a little bit. They're a little more hurried. And, well, we've cut into the deficit. What was it, 14, now it's 7?
16, I think, at one time.
No, it was up to 16.
Yeah. 46-39 is our score. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Northridge with the lead and the basketball. Carter Stoltzfus with it. As they'll go for the last shot here, we're down to 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Clay Stoltzfus gets it back to Carter Stoltzfus. He'll make the drive, and he'll feed Clay Stoltzfus, and he hits the 3. Wow.
Yeah, saw that coming. That's their best offense is drive and kick, and we just...
So we've come to an end of the third quarter of play. It's Northridge 49, Westview 39. And before we break, in fact, we might not even have to, Dan has an announcement. Dan?
Hey, I just want to talk a little bit more about the donate button there. Westview has elected to not put the live streaming behind a paywall because if we do that, only 60% of it comes back to us and onto the school. 40% would be kept by the service providing it. So instead, we've elected to put a donate button. That's on the LaGwana Media homepage right below the basketball team's photo. And all of that money will go to Westview. So we're encouraging anyone and everyone that's watching this evening, yes, that would include you, Raider fans, would you please go donate to that, on that button, what you would have paid to come to the ball game anyway. And so normal gate fee is $5, and if you feel led to donate more, that would be just fine. Those of you that have paid for season tickets, you don't have to feel obligated to donate because you already are supporting the school unless you want to. That'd be fine. But donate button on LaGwanaMedia.com's homepage.
All right, thanks, Dan. We get set for the fourth quarter. 49-39, Northridge leading by 10.
One thing that may show up this quarter is Northridge is liberally substituted down there, probably 7, 8, 9 players. We've pretty much stuck with 6.
That's true.
So we'll see how that
good point
shows itself.
We outscored the Raiders by 4 in that third quarter, 16-12. Luke Miller, Mason, a 3. Thought that was going to go.
No, it's right on line, just a hair short, but that's a good shot. We need that shot, and he can hit that.
And a foul on Luke going up and trying to grab that rebound. So that'll be his 3rd on Luke Miller. Smith brings it up for Northridge. They'll go left side with it to, is that Raymond? No, that's Brown. Stolen away. Luke brings it down, puts it up off the glass. He got it.
That was a tough shot,
but
he made it. So.
Got it to go. 9-point lead after Northridge. Smith out front. He'll get it left side of Clay Stoltzfus. Clay drives toward the basket, tries to put it up, and draws a foul on Drew Litweiler.
Drew's bargaining for a jump ball there.
Now there's some body contact in there too, so.
Well, the thing he did is he came down on it, and whenever you come down, they're almost never going to call that as a jump ball.
So Clay Stoltzfus will go to the line.
Might have been a better option that time to try to step in front, take a charge.
Yeah, he could have positioned himself, had time there. Stoltzfus hits his first free throw tonight. He has 9 points, or 10. Looking at the wrong Stoltzfus on my score sheet. Second shot by Clay Stoltzfus is good. Litweiler out front. Luke Miller. Have they switched defenses now, or are they still in that one?
They're still in the zone.
Yeah, they're in a zone that look like a 1-2-2.
Oh, yeah, they keep. Sometimes they'll extend it, sometimes they don't. So it's.
Mason Yoder had another basket on the Westview end. Now we have a foul. And that one's going to go against.
I don't know about that.
Wow,
Mason got plastered on a screen, and they called a foul on him.
That's what I couldn't believe when they put up 13. Wow.
That's either a no call or that's an offensive foul.
Second on Mason. Carter Stoltzfus goes left side of Sam Smith. Smith almost had it stolen away by Mason Yoder. Sam steps up, hits a three. Another three.
There we almost had a steal, and because of that, it threw everything off, and then he got open for a shot. But give him credit, they're hitting him.
18 now for Smith. 4 of those coming from 4 three-pointers for Smith. Luke Miller goes to Mason Yoder. Jumper is good again. Mason with 14. He had 18 in game 1 on Tuesday night against Bethany. Steal by Westview. Lyndon Miller with it.
You could use a three-pointer right here.
Bounce pass. Good court awareness there as he found Drew Litweiler wide open underneath. 54-47, a 7-point deficit now.
Looks like he carried that ball that time, but
another foul on Drew Litweiler on the reach in that time.
That's our 16th foul. Next one, they'll be shooting 1-and-1. You know, despite all their shooting, despite all this, we're only down 7 points right now.
It's unbelievable.
So we've done a nice job of hanging in there.
We have.
I think if we get any closer, you might see Northridge go back to man-to-man.
Brandon Miller coming back into the ball game for Northridge. With the ball is Carter Stoltzfus. They'll go up top to Clay Stoltzfus. Back to Carter. He'll put up a three, and he hits.
Yeah, you can't give him that much room. We got to get out. You got to get through the screen a lot quicker than that.
21 now for Carter Stoltzfus. Mason Yoder with it, left wing. Northridge has remained in that 2-1-2 zone defense. Mason drives toward the basket, and he's fouled as he goes up for the shot. He'll go to the charity stripe shooting a pair.
Mason was arguing for the shot to count, but I don't think he saw the shot didn't go in. Nice try. I mean, if you can pull that off, you gotta
fool 3 guys out there in the stripes. That would be something.
Wow, we've missed what, 3 free throws tonight?
Wow, yeah.
I know that's not a ton, but it is when you're down 10.
Second one goes for Mason.
Dane said we're 1 for 4 tonight, 2 for 5 from the line.
57-48. Northridge, as Clay Stoltzfus claims he got hit in the eye. Shot from Carter Stoltzfus is off the mark. And we have a whistle and a foul. It's going to be called on Northridge.
I'm always amazed when
rebound.
the referee that's 40 feet away calls the over the back, and the referee standing 5 feet away says
misses
nothing.
it. I know, and we've seen that time and time again. I mean, you see that.
I guess he just has a better view or a wide angle of things. I'm not sure.
Like that. Yeah, maybe
Northridge
that's it.
in the man-to-man right now. So down to 9. They're gonna.
4.5 minutes to go. Westview again looks like they're having to make an adjustment, so they're a little off balance here. Mason Yoder to Drew Litweiler. Drew pulls it out, waits for the offense, looks like a set. Go right side to Mason in the corner, fall away jumper for a 3, won't go. Rebound is pulled down by Jacobs. Into the hands of Carter Stoltzfus. Carter to Clay Stoltzfus. Back to Carter, right side to Smith. Like they're, well, Smith drives now. Thought maybe they're going to take some time off the clock. And a poorly thrown pass there is stolen by Westview, and now they're going to call him for carrying the basketball as Drew drove it down the lane.
Yeah, he was trying to split 2 guys and switch directions at the same time. It was worth a shot.
Didn't quite work out for him. Coming out of the ball game, Brandon Miller. Back in is Trevor Brown, the 6-foot senior. 57-48 is our score. 3.5 minutes now to go in this ball game. Feed inside on the back door is good.
Well, they kind of lull you to sleep a little bit, and that's what they did that time.
Jacobs gets the bucket. And the foul underneath. And that one is the 3rd foul, or yeah, 4th foul rather, on Luke Miller. Jacob's shot is up, and he doesn't get the roll. The tip up is no good, and Litweiler pulls it down. Drew brings it up court. And he threw an ill-advised pass right side, and it's stolen. Smith comes. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Smith. Good defense that time by Mason Yoder. Wow, that was quick.
Well, I don't agree with that call, but we'll take it.
he got there, but we'll take it.
So.
Yeah, that was real quick. Timeout called on the court. 3 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the ball game. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
3 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the ball game. 59-48. Northridge with the lead over Westview. I want to thank our platinum sponsor this year, Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana.
Now Northridge going to a little bit of a full court press. He's trying to take some time off the clock, make us work bringing it up.
Ben Burkett into the ball game. He'll go right side of Mason Yoder. Lyndon Miller. Drew Litweiler in the corner. Pulls it out on the pass to Brady Yoder. Down low, Litweiler. Good move, puts it up, can't get it to go down, and we have a hooking foul on Litweiler as he drove toward the basket on the baseline.
Fortunately, if the referee didn't see that, all of Northridge's fans were lending their assistance to the referee that time. Which we would expect nothing less from Northridge fans, would we?
Well, we've seen some heated games here.
They're passionate about the game, just like Westview fans.
That's right. You know, the series over the last 35 years, Northridge owns just a one-game advantage, or win advantage, I should say, 18-17.
Yeah, in recent years, we've really closed that.
Jacobs hits one from outside.
That's just what we need, another guy in their team that can shoot.
61-48 now. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the game. Ben Burkett, Brady Yoder for a three, and he hits. That's his fourth of the night. In fact, all his points have come from three-point land. And we'll take another break here, 60 seconds. We'll be back right after this.
Mouth-watering home-cooked meals, nightly specials, large buffet, breakfast buffet on Saturday, chicken, shrimp, and beef brisket on Saturday night, and Tuesday's lunch chicken buffet. These are what you'll find at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Top off your meal with a slice of their delicious homemade pie. That's Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. For carry-out orders, call 260-593-2988.
Fruit May Funeral Home in LaGrange serves the surrounding area with dignified and personal funeral services. Fruit May provides pre-planning, traditional funeral services, traditional cremations and simple cremations, as well as monument sales. Call to discuss your needs with a knowledgeable funeral director, Lowell or Brian May, licensed funeral directors who will help you honor the cherished memory of your departed loved one. Call 260-463-3131 or visit their website at fruitmayfuneralhome.com.
We're ready to resume action now. Northridge will be inbounding underneath the Westview basket under heavy pressure from the Warriors. Yeah, Northridge is forced to call a timeout.
Yeah, they missed a wide open guy streaking down to the other end of the court that time. 50's letting him know about it too, because I think he wanted a dunk or something.
Wow. So we'll take a quick timeout here. 30 seconds.
Mold Mob in Shipshewana provides an environmentally conscious approach to mold, moisture, and odor removal. Mold Mob gets to the source of the problem in a way that is effective, affordable, and protects the planet. Mold Mob's indoor air quality services don't just cover up odors, mold, smoke, or other toxins. They remediate with treatments that denature bacteria, fungi, and other toxic substances for cleaner air. That's Mold Mob, just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana, or call 260-211-1250.
And we thank Mold Mob for joining us this year and helping us bring you Westview Warrior basketball, making it possible here at LaGwanamedia.com, along with Dutch Blessing Floral in Shipshewana, Height Auto Body in LaGrange, Topeka Do It Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in Topeka, Dale's Dependable Handyman's been a reliable sponsor throughout the years that we broadcasted. I want to thank Dale and his son and their business, Dale's Dependable Handyman, Lehman Insurance. Pass on the baseball pass down, boy.
Yeah, that was the same, similar to the same play they ran last time. This time they expected to see it. And
work to a tee as Carter Stoltzfus hit the layup. 63-51, Westview down 12 and now 9 as Brady hits his 5th three of the night. And a turnover.
Yeah, they went across the line there before he threw the pass.
So Westview will have a chance to cut into it a little bit further now. Brady Yoder will inbound for the Warriors.
I would be surprised if Brady would get a clean look on this possession.
They're right on him. He's trying to get open. Litweiler now make a move toward the basket in the paint, puts it up. Can't get it to go down. And a battle. And we got a held ball. And on the alternating possession, it'll go to Northridge. Also this year, sponsored Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Thank them for their sponsorship. Jerry Standard Service in Middlebury. Smith picks up the foul on Brady Yoder.
Yeah, that wasn't much of a foul there, but I guess this time of game they think we're trying to foul him, so you don't get away with too much.
Yeah, it's pretty much a simple hand check there. Smith at the free throw line, hits the free throw. And that is his first free throw of the night to go along with 4 threes and 3 regular field goals. Been pretty much Northridge tonight. 11-point lead now for the Raiders as Smith comes out of the ball game.
Yeah, he's coming out on defense because he's got 4 fouls.
Brady will let it roll to keep the clock from starting as we are down to 1.5 minutes to go in the contest. Mason Yoder picks up his dribble, looking for help, gets it to Brady.
Northridge is back in their zone, trying to give us taking a little more time off the clock. Linden's just got to shoot that. We don't have time to get the perfect shot.
Right, we're down
at this
a minute
point.
15. We're already run 15 seconds off. Burkett puts up the quick 3, and it's off the mark. Picked out there by Carter Stoltzfus. He has it knocked away from behind by Ben Burkett. Lyndon Miller and Smith. Lyndon Miller back in for Westview, Smith for Northridge. Inbounding will be Clay Stoltzfus. He'll get it into Carter. Out front to Smith. Smith holding as we go under the 1-minute mark now to go in the ball game, and Northridge with an 11-point lead at 65-54. Smith out front. Feeds Carter Stoltzfus right back to Smith as Northridge continues to kill the clock here. Now Mason finally gets a call on the reach in. And for Mason, that'll be his 3rd foul. That will send Carter Stoltzfus to the free throw line.
I'll be interested to follow Northridge and see how their season goes. They got, of course, looks like they got this game probably covered tonight. Their next game is Valparaiso, East Noble, Angola, South Bend Riley, who we've played.
Right.
Goshen, South Bend Washington, Chesterton, Warsaw, Penn. So they got some tough tests coming up. I'd be interested to see how they do compared to this game. And for us, this is a good learning experience. We're early in the season, where we've got a lot of guys in new roles. Experienced group, but new roles for a lot of people. And who's going to score when the game's tight? Well, tonight I think we've seen 3 guys that can do it: Litweiler, Mason Yoder, and Brady Yoder.
Right.
And those are the 3 that really showed up. Luke and Lyndon did a lot of the dirty work tonight. Got a lot of rebounds and plays, keeping the ball alive, but they didn't score like they normally do. And so we'll learn from it. We'll grow. I think it'll be, to find a team that with this many good shooters and this old is going to be, we're not going to see too many teams like that. I think Northwood's got a couple of good players. Cherubusco obviously won the sectional last year and has almost everybody back.
Yeah,
so that's our next game.
Yeah.
So, we could get out of the gate.
And one thing we'll remind you, since you brought up Busco, is we will not be streaming that game on LaGwana Media because Cherubusco has their own team, and that can be found on, I believe it was Busco Sports or something like that. Yeah, we'll put it up on the website next week because that game would be a week from last night, Friday night, on December 4th. So, but you can tune in. It just won't be the local home team Westview broadcast. Foul on Westview. That'll go against Litweiler. Or Lyndon Miller. Okay, I thought Lyndon 23, his 4th. And Smith goes to the free throw line. This shot rims out. That's one thing that they could probably improve on is their free throw shooting.
Sometimes when you have guys that just spend their life out there shooting three-pointers, free throws aren't quite as important to them. They don't get to the line much because they're out there shooting.
Right. Litweiler brings it up again. He'll give off to Brady. A quick three is off the front of the rim. No good. Mason grabs it. He'll force it up from three, and it's actually banked it in from the left side. So Mason picks up his second three of the night. 4 seconds to go. And that would do it as the Northridge Raiders come in here and shoot the eyes out of the bucket beyond the arc and take it to the Warriors tonight by a score of 66-59. And we'll be back to take a look at scoring and stats right after this 2-minute timeout.
Westview High School on the map officially in Class 2A.
Okay, back at Westview High School, where we have just witnessed Northridge beating Westview 66-59. The first half is when the damage was done, as Northridge went into halftime ahead 37-23. I think that 6-0 spurt at the end of the first half really was just more than we could overcome, as we outscored them by 7 in this half, and so you take that away, all things being equal, and it's a down to the wire game, but it wasn't to be. And so for Northridge, they had the bulk of their scoring done by really 2 people, and then they had a few others kick in. Carter Stoltzfus, a 6-foot senior, had 23, had 4 3-pointers. Clay Stoltzfus, brother, had 11. He had 3 3-pointers. Sam Smith, 21 points. He had 4 3-pointers as well. Jesse Ryman added 2. And Blake Jacobs, kind of quietly, added 9 points, and really adds kind of a dimension to that team that they need. A nice big body inside to do some of the screening and some dirty work. So that's 4, 8, 11 threes tonight for Northridge. For Westview, we were led in scoring tonight by Mason Yoder. He had 8 in the first half, finished with 21. He had 2 3-pointers, include that one he banked in at the end. Drew Miller, excuse me, that's not right. Not sure who had those 2 points. That might be Lyndon Miller had those 2.
Oh, sorry about that.
I mean, my son would be happy if you did give them to him, but Drew Litweiler had 17. He had 5 in the first half, really kind of started the comeback in the second half, driving in there and getting some good baskets. Luke Miller had 4, and Brady Yoder finished with 15. He had 5 3-pointers, I think on 8 attempts. That could be off.
Yeah,
on
that was Lyndon. I'm sorry, I just got the wrong Miller.
Okay, yeah, Lyndon had 2 points. So Luke and Lyndon, 2 and 4 points. Or 2 for Lyndon, 4 for Luke. So we had 3 players in double figures, and Northridge had 3 as well. But they just had a few more. I thought it was a pretty good comeback. I thought we showed a lot of toughness and grittiness coming back on that team, which is hard to do, but just wasn't quite enough, and they got away from us in the first half a little bit too far. Too many turnovers and not good enough offense, in my opinion. So Dan has a few more stats that might show some light on what we were just talking about.
Well, unless I missed some things, it looks like we actually we shot pretty well. 4 of 8. Okay, I missed something here. 4 of 8. 7. No, okay. 7 of 14. Okay, I missed some missed threes. So I show that we shot 50% from three-point range, making 7 of 14. And Brady, I think, let's see, no, he had missed one right at the end there. So 7 of 15. And so Brady made 5 of 7. So that's, I think we'll take that most any night from somebody. So
Definitely.
he was shooting very well. Overall, 7 of 14, like I said, from three-point range, but they were 11 of 20. So they cooled off a little bit in the second half. Instead of 58% for the game, they were only 55%.
Okay, yeah, well.
But my goodness. And then they did start making more shots inside. I think they had more inside buckets. They finished the game at 60% inside the arc. So overall, Northridge shot 57.5%. And yeah, that's going to be extremely difficult to beat. I show the rebounding pretty much even, around 17 or 18 each. And I guess one of the biggest difference really is where they got their more points than we did, is they were 9 of 14 from the free throw line. And see, we were through the end of the third quarter, we were 1 of 3, and then we were 1 of 2 in the fourth. So we were 2 of 5 from the free throw line. So even if we'd have made all our free throws, it would only made a difference of 3 points, but did not get to the free throw line very much at all. So then that was probably one of the biggest differences. I'm showing turnovers. I have 13 for us, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for them. So that's going to make a difference too. Right. But yeah. Yeah, it's like you said, Jamie. I don't think we played bad. It's just they played really well.
They played better. Yeah, they're really good. Their senior guards just are very in control out there and know exactly what they want to do, where to go. They take some shots that you question a little bit, but when you shoot that high a percentage as a coach, you're going to give them that freedom. And so it's clearly they've worked hard on their skills, and it's rewarding just to see that among any high school player, that by the time they're senior, they're playing their best and they're having fun and doing what they want to do. So it's a good learning experience. We're only going to get better from this. The goal is at the end of the year to be playing the best you can, and you're only going to do that by playing teams that force you to really work and evaluate what you do well, what you don't do well. I think one thing we're going to have to find is a little bit better ball handling and distribution. We had a lot of kind of puzzled looks out there at times.
Well, and I think, their defenses were giving us more trouble than I've seen Westview teams have in the past. We've got to learn to make those adjustments quick, right?
I agree. Yeah, give that, 3 years ago, or for several years, Elijah Hales, give him the ball and he did everything. And then last year we had Charlie that would take care of most of the ball handling. And so we're looking for that a little bit, but I think there's enough there. Everybody can handle it. That's the starting point. It's just a matter of, getting it moved around a little bit, recognizing defenses, and then just some of the basic passes we did that just threw it right to them. We won't do that later. We did it tonight. It was good effort, great comeback. I thought it was a tough comeback. Showed a lot of toughness. We just didn't pull it off.
A 7-point loss by Westview tonight. 66-59 was the final score. And we'll have our work cut out for us next Friday night as we travel down to Busco to take on the Eagles. And they're, like Jamie said earlier in the broadcast, they're stacked just like last year. Not much missing off of that team. So that's going to be a challenge for us as well. But I'm sure we'll see improvement as the season progresses. We always do with Westview basketball teams. Westview goes to 1-1 on the season, and Northridge wins their first outing. The final score, once again, 66-59, Westview the winner. Tonight's game was brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Weaver Furniture Sales, now with 2 locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North, and in the Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our silver sponsors are Hyde Auto Body, US 20 West and LaGrange, Eden Worship Center, Topeka Do It Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Also, Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka, your local source for powder coating. Also, Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. Dale is the right man for the job. And LaGwana, serving our customers with creative solutions. Our bronze sponsors are Topeka Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy. Also, Lehman Insurance and Financial Group in Topeka. Our passion is protecting yours. By Jerry Standard Service in Middlebury for your automotive repair and tire service needs. Also, Topeka Clinic on Lehman Drive in Topeka. Dutch Blessing Floral in Shipshewana, featuring floral arrangements and gift baskets for all occasions. Also, Mold Mob, located just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana, or call them at 260-214-1250. And Precision Financial Group with local advisors Andrew Landgraf, Adam Christner, and Ryan Yoder. So that'll do it for tonight. This is Jerry Hosteller for Dan Byler, our statistician, and Jamie Miller, our color commentator, and our engineer tonight was Jeremy Anderson.